So it's morning time and Reese, Josh and myself are heading out to the Gulf of Paria to do some spearfishing. There's been a barge that's anchored out in the Gulf for a couple of months now, and there's been quite a lot of activity around the barge with Spanish mackerel and kingfish. So Spanish mackerel, CARITE, as you all already know, and we're just gonna head out there and see if we can do some spearfishing and catch some fish to go home with.
Hey, Josh is a nice guy right there. There's quick. Quickers. A long ledge of chick.
You gonna rematch?
Yeah. There is. You can tie up on that barge and just stay right there, or you go bounce on the boat too much. Go right that tire.
First dive and found some fish, and it's clean enough to do some more diving, so we're gonna head back down and see what we find.
Huh?
What's your spool out?
Alright. Huh?
With a couple CARITE in the boat, it was time for Reese to jump in the water and do some spearing of his own. Reese got his hands on a nice kite, so it was time to switch up the rules. So he took the camera and I dove down. And just about 30 feet under the surface is a layer of dirty water. Anything below that, you can't see anything at all. Zero visibility. So I went down just to that layer and just kind of scouted around looking horizontally. And I could see some kites, some were decent size, but one fish stood out way more than the rest. I'm like, what's that boy? Kind of edged forward. And I realized it was a nice kingfish. And I pulled the trigger and got the shot. With that one in the boat now, we swapped the roles again and I took the camera while Reese dove down. So I went down first and I just went to scout and just see what I could film. And I saw a couple of CARITE and I came up to the surface while Reese was up there. Reese then took a breather, went down, and as he was going down, I was grunting because I saw a nice CARITE to the right of me and I was trying to get his attention to say, hey, there's a nice CARITE there. But he had his eyes set on something else. So Reese got a nice kingfish too, and while we were on the surface, Josh went down and he ended up shooting a pretty nice carrot.
Shiny as it.
As the day progressed, the water got a lot dirtier, but the carrot started to show up in more and more numbers. So it was a decent trade-off. We picked off a few more carrot before the end of the day, and then before finish up the dive, I got to go up to the barge and pick up a few big mussels to take home. Because I mean, a carrot, a little bit of kingfish, why not add mussels to the pot? Once I had about a dozen mussels or so, it was time to head back to the dock and get some cleaning done. Ah, nice mixed fish there, fellas. Food for the grill. Fresh kingfish, fresh carrot, fresh mussels. Well, you know where this is going, right? Today not ending without me doing a little cook. Not gonna be a long cook, but you get to see how it looking.